Hi everyone, it's Christina from Shakespears. We are Shakespeare with puppets, and welcome to episode 8 of Shakespeare Snacks.
This week we've been talking about The Tempest.
Help us! Help us! This is a really bad storm!
So, there's a wizard named Prospero. He makes this big tempest, which is a big storm. And the ship gets caught in it, and they have to land on the island where Prospero the wizard lives with his daughter. Prospero's daughter Miranda is so upset by seeing this awful storm. She runs to her dad and says, "What did you do? Why would you hurt all of these people?" He comforts her and says, "Don't worry, nobody's hurt." But he also is about to tell her about her past and why he wanted this particular boat to come to their shore. While Miranda's dad, Prospero the wizard, is trying to tell her about her history and where she comes from, Miranda keeps getting distracted. And every time she sees a butterfly, she gets distracted and she stops listening. So that's why we are going to make our butterfly puppets. And then next week we're going to see that scene. We can use our butterfly puppets and we can distract Miranda when her dad is trying to tell her this story. Okay, so first of all, we're going to need our supplies. We'll need construction paper. We'll need scissors, some markers or crayons, whatever you have to decorate, a popsicle stick. I'm going to use a thinner popsicle stick. You can always use the bigger one if that's what you have. Or if you want to use a pencil or a chopstick, anything like that, you can use that as well. A hole punch and some yarn or string. So either a glue stick or Elmer's glue. All right, let's get started. So first of all, we're going to take our construction paper and just fold it right in half, hamburger style, right? So long ways, hot dog style, we're gonna do it shorter ways, hamburger style. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cut right along that fold that I made. And we can set the other piece of paper aside. We're just gonna use half, right? And I'm gonna fold that in half as well. So I've cut my half sheet of construction paper and I'm just gonna fold it right in half one more time. And now I'm gonna show you an easy way to make our wings for our butterflies. I'm gonna take my black marker so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna start right here on the folded edge, right about an inch down from the corner. And I'm going to draw a curved line all the way to the other corner. So I started not quite at the corner, but on the folded edge. I made a line right to this corner, a curved line. And now with my next line, I'm going to connect that point and draw another curved line right about to the middle. So we started here, I went out to the corner, and with my next line, I curved it again and brought it right about to the middle of the paper, somewhere in there. And now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna make one more curved line to the bottom corner. There we go. And now, that last little point, I'm gonna come and bring it up right about here. So here's what I've done. We started here. Curved line to the corner. From there, we did another curved line kind of to the middle, another curved line down to the bottom, and another curved line right back up to the fold. Now, this will be the shape of our butterfly wings. So when we cut along this line, we'll have a pair of beautiful butterfly wings. So I'm going to cut that out now, right along that black line that I've drawn. Okay. Ta-da! There we go. See, when I drew my pattern, I made this top section a little bit bigger and the bottom section a little bit smaller. So when you open it up, I'm going to use the bigger wings as the top wings. And the smaller ones are going to be my bottom wings. Okay. Now, I am going to take my popsicle stick And I'm just gonna put it right in that fold. Okay, we're not gonna glue it just yet, but I wanna mark where it's going to be. So I have my popsicle stick inside the fold here, and now on either side, I'm gonna fold the wings down right where the edge of the popsicle stick is. Can you guys see that? Here. I'm gonna do that to both wings. So it's almost like the popsicle stick is just sandwiched right in there. So we're not gonna glue it just yet, but I wanted to mark where it's going to be. See those creases? That's where the popsicle stick is gonna be glued. So as we're decorating our wings, we don't wanna draw anything really important in this fold because we won't see it. So that's why I wanted to mark where the popsicle stick is gonna be. All right, so now's the fun part, we get to decorate. I'm just gonna do some simple fun things. I like hearts, so I'm gonna draw some hearts on either side. And let's see, let's do some stars. Stars are fun too. All right. So this is what I've been doing. I did 2 little hearts on either side. I did 2 little stars, and I did some little dots. And you know what? I also want to add some squiggly lines because I think they're fun. So I'm going to add some squiggly lines around the edges of my wings. Here we go. These are my butterfly wings. Now I'm ready to glue the popsicle stick in place. And when we're talking about puppets, the way that you control the puppet, whatever kind of puppet it is, you call it the control. So like if it's a marionette, you have the control at the top and the strings hang down. Or if it's a rod puppet, like this is the control because that's how we control our puppet. So I am going to put just a little bit of glue in this crease here. And I'm going to use my Elmer's glue today. So I'm just going to put a little bit on both sides of that fold. Don't need too much. I'm going to spread it around. There we go. And now, when I put my popsicle stick in place, I am going to actually put it a little bit more towards the top. So there's a little bit of the popsicle stick sticking out beyond the wings because I'm going to turn that into the face of my butterfly. And now I'm just going to bring those 2 sides together where the glue was. So I'm gluing the popsicle stick in place right in the middle of my wings. There we go. And I'm going to kind of refold the wings on either side so they're nice and flappy. Hold that glue in place. Okay, as I said, I left a little bit of the popsicle stick out here in front, so I'm just going to take my black marker and I'm going to draw 2 eyes on either side. If you have some little googly eyes, you can put those on as well. There we go. My 2 little butterfly eyes. So now we've got that popsicle stick in there. It makes it nice and rigid so that the body of our puppet stays in place. So if I hold anywhere on this popsicle stick, anywhere along the control, and I move my hand up and down, my butterfly will flap its pretty wings. So there we have it. And if you need to, you can always refold, make it nice and creased so that your wings have some really nice, pretty movement. And if you want, there's a whole other side here underneath. If you want to do some decorating underneath, on the underneath side of your wings, please feel free. Here we go. I'm just going to hold my popsicle stick kind of towards the back, the bottom wings, and that's how I make my puppet fly.
Now I'm going to show you how to turn them into marionettes. And marionettes are puppets controlled by strings. So this will just give it a little bit of a different kind of movement. So we have our butterfly puppet, and towards the front wings, I'm going to take my hole punch a little ways in. Doesn't have to be too far. I'm going to punch a little hole. And same thing towards the back. There we go. I've got my holes punched here, 2 towards the back and 2 towards the front. And now I'm going to cut 2 shorter pieces of string or yarn. These are probably about 6 inches each. Right about like that. So I'll take one and I'll start at the top and I'll push the yarn through one side and down through the other. And now underneath, I'll just tie a knot. And I don't want to make it too tight. So, if you see when I tied my knot, I left it a little bit loose here. So if I turn it back over, the loop that's left, I can pull a little bit through. Okay? So it's not super, super tight like that. It's not restricting the wings. Okay, so now we can take the other piece of yarn or string, doing the same thing through the bottom half. Through one of the holes and back down through the other. And now I'm tying a knot on the underneath side or the belly. There we go, just like that. So both in the front and the back, you can see there's a little bit of give in those loops that I've made. Now, we're going to take one last piece of string. This one is a little bit longer, I would say about 2 feet, give or take. And now we're going to take this string and loop it through the 2 loops that I've just made in my puppet. So here we go. 1 through here towards the back, and then through the loop towards the front. Like that. And now I can just tie the 2 ends together in a knot. Just something simple is great. I can cut off the extra. And there we go. And these underneath, I'm gonna leave them dangling. I think they kind of look like butterfly legs. I know, if anybody out there is a science buff, you would know butterflies are insects. And instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 legs, they have 6 legs. So if you wanna just glue on some extra yarn for 2 extra legs, you can to make it anatomically correct. But I just like the effect of having some little insect legs. Because they're controlled on a string, you can either just move your arm back and forth and have them glide like this, or you can move your wrist up and down and the wings will flap in a really nice way like this. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to bring your butterfly puppets for Tuesday's Shakespeare Snacks videos. We will need them for the scene, again from the Tempest.
You can visit my website at Shakesbears.com. Last thing is that I'm also hosting a photo contest, so if anybody wants to post pictures of the beautiful puppets that they've made, please tag us at Shakesbears NYC on Facebook, and then your official entry, you'll go to the website and make a small $5 donation, and that's how I'll have your information. So if you win, we can send you your prize, and that'll be a build your own puppet kit. There will be 3 winners of the photo contest, and they'll all receive a build a puppet kit. So keep that in mind. I hope to see lots of pictures of your beautiful puppets, and I will see you next time. Enjoy your day. Thank you, everyone.